watch something new and learn something new. Welcome to your digital classroom. I am Saji Kevi and you are watching my channel, the EUREKA. The poem 9 Gold Medals is written by David Roth. He was a great poet, short story writer and novelist. And this poem is based on the real incident that occurred in the Special Olympics conducted for the differently abled persons of this world. And this Special Olympics was held in Spokane in Washington in 1976. And here we find 9 participants who came from all over the world for this Special Olympics held in 1976. And all the participants hope to win the medals in the Olympics field. The athletes had come from so many countries to run for the gold, for the silver and bronze. Many weeks and months in training, all building up to the games. 9 athletes who had come from different parts of the world to participate in Special Olympics held in 1976 in Spokane in Washington. The 9 athletes had come from different parts of the world to participate in Special Olympics and to win gold, silver or bronze medal in the 100-meter race. And they had trained weeks and months for this Special Olympics. And this was specially held for handicapped persons of the world, differently abled persons of the world, and they all came to win the medals from this Olympics. All round the field, spectators were gathered, cheering all the young women and men. Then the final event of the day was approaching, the last race about to begin. All the spectators gathered around the field to witness the last event of the day of the Special Olympics. And they have gathered there to encourage and cheer these young athletes who had come from different parts of the world to participate in the 100-meter race of Special Olympics. And the final event was about to begin, the last race of the day. The loudspeakers called out the names of the runners. The 100-meter race to be run. The 9 young athletes stood there determined and poised for the sound of the gun. The loudspeakers called out the names of the participants. And all the participants gathered there at the starting point of the race, waiting for the gunshot, for the firing to begin their 100-meter race for the medals. So there were 9 young athletes who had come from different parts of the world and all were determined to win the prizes, win the medal in the 100-meter race. The signal was given. The pistol exploded, and so did the runners on hearing the sound. Signal was given. The gun fired, and all the runners started running on hearing the exploding sound of the gun. And the youngest among them stumbled and staggered, and he fell on the knees to the ground. To the surprise of everyone, the youngest athlete of this race stumbled, staggered, and fell to the ground as the race began. He gave out a cry of frustration and anguish. His dreams and his effort dashed in the dirt. As the youngest athlete fell down, he cried out in anguish, in pain, as his dream to win the gold medal was scattered, was destroyed. He was in great anguish, he was in great pain, and he cried out. But as sure as I am standing here telling the story, now it is a strange one, but here is what occurred. And poet tells, he was there to witness this race. And it was really a strange thing that happened there. And the poet is going to tell us what exactly happened there on that special Olympic day. The 8 other athletes stopped in their tracks. The ones who had trained for so long to compete, one by one, they turned round and came back to help him and lifted the lad to his feet, to the surprise of everyone. Everyone was surprised. All the athletes, all the 8 athletes stopped in their tracks and turned and came back to this youngest athlete and lifted him up and held him in their hand. In fact, all these athletes came there to win the medal. They trained themselves for weeks and months to win the medal. Such athletes stopped running, returned, and lifted this man to his leg. Then all 9 runners joined hands and continued the 100 meters reduced to a walk, to the surprise of everyone. They joined their hands together and they turned 100-meter race into a walk. And the banner above that said Special Olympics could not have been nearer to the mark. And the banner said that it was a Special Olympic. And the banner became significant because of the great act of these 9 athletes. They all came for winning the prize. But when they saw one of them fell to the ground, they stopped running, returned to the man and lifted him up to his feet. And they joined their hands and they made the 100-meter race into a walk. They finished the race together, joining the hand. They showed human compassion and love for the athlete. They empathized with the man who fell in the ground. And they showed true sportsman spirit. Therefore, this Olympic became the Special Olympic. The name Special Olympic became relevant and meaningful on account of the act of these athletes who showed empathy for their fellow man. That is how the race ended with 9 gold medals. They came to the finishing line holding their hands still, and the banner above and 9 smiling faces said more than these words ever will, said more than these words ever will. And that's how the race ended. That's how the race of 100-meter ended. All these 9 athletes finished their line, joining hands together and all these 9 participants were given the gold medal. Therefore, the banner above the Special Olympic became significant and relevant, as all these were given 9 gold medals for their great act of compassion and love for humanity. So here the poet tells us that the competition is not the most important thing, but cooperation, support, love and compassion, these are more important than all the competition. True sportsman spirit is reflected through the act of these differently abled persons. Therefore, they were all given gold medals for their act of human compassion and empathy for the others. Participation is more important than winning. This is the slogan of the Special Olympics. Thanks for watching my channel. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share. Give your feedback and don't hesitate to ask your doubts.